Alright, join me at Knightsford Park, #bike, out of shot, Glasgow BMX Centre, little skills track, mini BMX. Here's the real McCoy, right? And obviously to placate the children, I suppose, and the families of the children who wanted better access to the BMX track, because it's all about legacy, isn't it? Legacy is the reality. I'm getting off into that. I'm trying to explain this. Legacy is putting up a fence to stop people using it. Yes, one could argue we need to protect that because it probably costs millions of pounds to build, so we have to put a fence up. Fine, devil's advocate, that's okay, right? But in terms of the access, what is the access? Only certain times of the day, and you've got to pay, you've got to go online just like everything else. Online, a million different steps, because it's Fort Knox, isn't it? Protect it, I get it. Okay, you could say Glasgow City Council protecting it for the legacy of the kids. Okay, but just one observation: you've got the golf course nearby, and it's always the gates over there are always open for the golfers to go in. So the golf course is always open. That costs a lot, doesn't it? Right? Yet the BMX track is only open at certain times. You got to register online, and I suppose you could argue, I mean, it's supposed to be helping the grassroots, the people that can't afford, and inclusivity. But of course, certain members of Glasgow City Council will be saying, "Oh, we don't want to let those poor scummy people to come and trash the place," and that kind of thing. But anyway, the BMX track. Every time I've ever come down here, there's nothing on, so it's very selective, small times of the day they actually see the kids. I think I've only seen them doing that once. Most of the time it's just sitting there. So I think they should be doing more to make it more inclusive, to make the word legacy actually come alive, rather than it being just some abstract concept, some political thing, to say at the time conveniently. That's what you find out a lot of times. Folks say things just at the time conveniently to suit their own arse, and then afterwards you go, well, oh look at, there's yet another Olympic stadium turning to rack and ruin. But they have the little skills track. But I would point the camera, but you got kids there, and that would make me a paedophile, wouldn't it? And filming the kids. But what I've done is I've always trained there. Had a wee shot in it when the kids aren't there. But there's no problem with me doing that when the kids are there. Just don't film them. But dive in, jump in. Like I said before, that course is quite good too, as a little practice for the gravel, because the gravel racing is a lot more dangerous than that. So it's good to, like I do at the BMX track and the skate park in Dumfries, use it to kind of get the old skills up, and then when you go to the real thing, it's easy in comparison. But yeah, the golfers here always got access. So this is my point, they've always got someone on the desk to let the golfers in. Why don't they always have someone on the desk to let someone in? Why can't you? Here's a little suggestion. Let's solve the problem here. They've always got someone on the desk to deal with the golfers, right? Why don't they always have someone on the desk? And efficiency, yeah. Use that same person to let the children go in and play. No, we've got to turn up once a week for a coaching session. We've got to have some older person tell us how to do, what to do it. I mean, it's not that difficult, is it? We need 50 staff to make sure someone doesn't get hurt or whatever. But I don't see why they couldn't allow someone on the desk. You could just go in, and you could have paid a membership. You could go in and say, "Oh hi, I'm just using the tracks." Beep, sign in, cost you £2, whatever it is. Let them use it. 100%. It's never been used. It's far as I can tell. Apparently older people are allowed to use it, but you have to turn up in the evening. There is an access thing for people over a certain age. And that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? 'Cause it'd be around the kids, you know? So I could vibe off their energy. The enthusiasm seems to be lacking in a lot of adults, you know? That kind of thing. I can't help it if I'm Peter Pan. I just want to enjoy myself all the time. Yeah. But that would be cool to actually ride that track. You need to sort of discover, as I said before, you got to break up the routine, do different things, you know, different roads, different places, spaces, discover new things. Because then when you come back, you feel rejuvenated, don't you? And you can bring some of the things that you learned into the thing that you do normally. And that actually beefs you up because you get jaded. You've done 60,000 miles in the same old fucking thing. Go off road, you know. That's why I thought the gravel would be helpful, you see, because you do the gravel and it gives you a different flavour. And I can attest to the fact that I'm riding the road bike now, and I'm feeling actually quite rejuvenated. I was down in Newcastle and cycled to work and back, but don't cycle in a cold because you could drop dead because it's not good for you. Okay, especially I was actually quite drunk at the time. I was cycling to a work drunk in a strange city I'd never been to. Pushed for time with a cold, and it was quite an ask. Turned up a little bit late, but I soldiered the time, I braved on, made it there and back, so it's good to be a winner, isn't it? Why aren't winners celebrated more? But I guess part of the winning mentality is, one, dig deep when you have to find something deep within yourself when the odds are against you. Tick that box. And also when you get no applause, that speaks to the champion spirit, doesn't it? Pulling something out of the bag. Don't expect applause, praise, encouragement, you know, just keep going, because that's the champion spirit, isn't it? So but as I was saying before, we thought experiment. If I turned up there, probably in the evening when they've got the kids there and they probably have some older people, I would have a lot to bring to the table, you know, a lot to say, a lot to contribute, because this is what I mean. I don't live in just one world. A lot of these cyclists are looking at following the gravel, and they all act the same, they all talk the same, and then my world is bigger than that. Sorry, my world is way bigger than that. It's just one of many things that I do in my life, so I don't limit myself by constraints and conventions and, you know, accepted norms of that are in a certain world. The job of an artist, or just a human being, is to push the boundaries, develop new boundaries, find new boundaries that you didn't think were there to be created and pushed, and you know. So at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of gravel riders wouldn't think to go down to BMX track, but I think that would, as I say, rejuvenate, just like the swimming and just walking, running, cycling in different places, you know, cycling different people, you know. Don't just go down to the cycling club on a Saturday, same old faces and blah, boring, you know, being around a bunch of other middle-aged men. Why not hang about with younger people that can tell you what the word is on the street, you know, so you can, some youngster will say something, you go, oh, that reminds me of me fucking 20, 30 years ago, fucking hell. Okay, how did I forget that simple thing? You know, stuff like that, in order to rejuvenate the whole thing, in order to improve the whole, improve the man, the man, the myth, the athlete. But we're looking at September, to be honest. We missed the Growler. 90 quid to enter the thing, plus all the other blah blah blah. So we've got now until September. National Championships near Scarborough, so I think we'll finish off with a flurry at Flamingo Land. And why can't we aim for greatness, and you might just end up with excellence, and you might just end up. I think the goal would realistically be, as I've said before, mixing it with the top people, mixing it with them in my age category, and just giving them a good. You can't control the outcome, but if you're, as Terry said, mix it with the top guys, give them a good run for their money, and you never know. Yeah.